was sweating. What are you talking about?
What is? I don't like it.
Let me just clear the air.
Make it seem like once you know how to code switch, that you're just no longer Jamaican no more. And
Is it really code switching or is it cultural inferiority?
Yeah, I watched that podcast with Armanii, right? And it's the accent for me, and the thing just tripped me out. Like, I couldn't understand.
Bro, I was sweating. What are you talking about?
I'm like, what is? I don't like it. I don't like it.
I'm watching a freaking interview with him and Paris Danielle, and I'm like, who is this man?
I stopped talking to Shorty.
That's toxic?
No, wait. I stopped talking to Shorty, and then she created a whole pregnancy journey.
So TikTok is going crazy because Armanii code switched, and I guess he showed his New York accent. TikTok is going crazy.
So I've been seeing this video circulating around about Armani's code switch. First of all, in New York, you had to talk like that or the kids will bully you. So you didn't have to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I first came from Jamaica, my accent was rough, and heavy and thick. And them kids will bully me every day. Even see them Jamaican, them have been here for a while. Even them bully you too. So
Let me just clear the air, right? Guys, I was born and raised in Jamaica. Okay? Went to Kingston College. Well, before Kingston College, went to primary school, everything. I moved to New York. Okay? Moved to New York, picked up the accent.
Armanii explaining his code switching is just, it really just do something to me.
that's regular though. Y'all making a big deal because he code switched. Once you're a Jamaican growing up in New York, that's how you have to talk so kids won't bully you in high school, especially high school. So that's regular thing though.
Just that it's called code switching.
You know, Caribbean Americans are so good at code switching, and I think I'd be forgetting that. I literally forgot Armanii was like a New Yorker. I literally forgot.
I am not a New Yorker. Stop saying that. None of the people in my think, oh, I'm born in New York. I was not. I'm just a simple guy with a visa. I'm not a New Yorker, you heard? Me a Jamaican, okay? Me a Jamaican. So stop with the New York narrative.
What about us? What about everything we've been through?
The studio is currently in shambles at the moment.
I got fear in you know? Mm-hmm. And I always fought on top, no matter how long it takes.
But let's United Masters. Yeah. What can you explain or give us an idea of what the deal is like for you?
What kind of deal? A deal, you know?
360.
No, never.
Publishing.
No, as me, you see, you know, listening, you know, say we have an end mission. You think we are going to mash up the end mission?
Me no know.
No, so.
You see money, you see signing, label, let's sign.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It's in a life. Get a youth say, make sure say before them make an extra step in them life financially, you use the money you have and get used to things. So not enough really in a life.
True.
And this is not about, for me, it's not about much money a label I give me. Is am I going to have a song on the Billboard same as Drake or I'm going to do this, I'm going to have much Grammys. That I want.
Okay.
Because we have the talent already.
Yeah.
And you can't do it without the push of the hierarchies, you know?
Yeah.
So that is my goal with for us to take the thing on the next level.
It just was like, damn, this is crazy.
You know, I was doing music, but I didn't do it for the clout and what came with it. I genuinely, it's a love from my heart. I feel like when it really hit me was, and people gonna be like, you're lying, but I feel like when I was in London, that's 12,000 people. I was like screaming back your song at you. Like 100 people screaming your song at you, cool. 12,000 people, it's crazy.
I know that looks more intimidating than it sounds.
So that's the first. I feel like that's the first time I've ever because I love performing, but that was the first time I was overthinking. I was like, I can't mess up. This is a lot of people. There's cameras everywhere, lights everywhere. So it's like, yeah, I ain't really.
Is that when you started your favorite move? You do that little lean back.
You can what?
I appreciate what you don't understand.
Okay.
Yeah, guys.
So you don't understand hormones, so you can't appreciate how.
We don't understand how food and hormones work.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, this get vexed, but men think with logic, we don't think with emotions.
It's a lie. It's a lie because there are a lot of emotional men.
Yes.
And we need to stop that shit.
More so. More so. So,
yes. Sorry. Okay. Y'all know how I get down. Y'all know what's up. For sure. So, you've been in, how many relationships have you been in?
Serious relationships, only 2.
So, what would you say is something that you've learned from any of your relationships, like, that benefited you right now? Like, things that you took away, that you learned about yourself?
I gotta look at other perspectives, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I see life, and I feel like, based on how I was raised, I see life a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
So perspectives was really my downfall. It was like I wasn't seeing it.
So wait, why you don't want to talk about the relationship with your girlfriend, baby mother? I don't know.
Cause I just feel like when the time for talk about it, we talk about it. You know?
Is marriage in the plans and works for you?
Me? More I get married in the future. You know?
So it's like now I'm learning it, and that's the sad thing. I be telling people about relationships. You're the best after you leave the person because you know what not to do now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, they said to my friend, they said, "Go on down with him, go eat some cake."
What the hell?
Yeah, but yeah, but
I mean, you can't just buy a cake and live a public.
No, you know, I have the same feeling that I like say I can drink some juice and I'm like.
You better watch out, dreadlocks. You better watch out because we have come for you. Oh, sorry. It's my mother's tongue again. It comes through. You'd better watch out because we're not playing. We're real and we are a terror.
Code switching is the act of alternating between different styles of speech, language, or behavior, depending on the social setting or audience. It often happens when someone moves between cultural or professional spaces. For example, speaking one way with friends and another way at work. At its core, code switching can be a survival skill, a form of social intelligence. Those that know, know. Keep watching and you'll see some funny examples at the end.
This has got to be one of my biggest pet peeves. I have always wondered why Jamaican and Caribbean people say they feel the need to code switch.
The thing is, people make it seem like once you know how to code switch, that you're just no longer Jamaican no more. And I've been like, when I tell you this has been like the story of my life.
But coming to America, we have to code switch. So we have to switch our voices up so people can understand us.
Code switching is definitely a superpower and everybody should learn it.
Code switching is a very important skill as a Jamaican in America. Because I know for me, I don't always want people to know immediately that I'm Jamaican. Like there needs to be some kind of buffer.
Is it really code switching or is it cultural inferiority? I would like to respectfully submit to you that it is one thing to feel endangered, to go into defense mode and feel the need to camouflage thyself by code switching. But when you like go home and like have like regular conversation with your people them, you don't feel funny when you use one word like battery. No, me not try judge you. Me just try understand.
But it's literally just like understanding what the current environment is asking for and just like adapting to that environment in the said time, you know?
I just feel like there's nothing wrong with code switching. Like it's a thing. Get used to it. Get with the program. Like just backtrack. Just get with the program. People code switch all the time. It helps us get in spaces. It helps us take up space. It helps us navigate around. It do. What's the problem? Nobody's not denying being Jamaican, but when a code switch is called for, what's up? Like, what's the problem? What's good?
Not to say that I'm being fake. We all code switch. It's a unique aspect to it when you are someone who is black and you come from the Caribbean.
No one is better at code switching than me. I know how to code switch like crazy. It's insane.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you know, sometimes you got to be like a chameleon. You got to be able to go in and out of your accent whenever you need to.
I used to think people who code switch were fake and weren't being their authentic selves, but then I realized that it just needs to be done. It's a way of life and it needs to happen.
Now, I think once one has the capability to speak standard English, there is absolutely no need to code switch and put on an American accent or any other accent onto the English to try to sound more understandable.
As a uptown Jamaican, I did not have any control over which economic class I grew up in. And to be completely honest with you, I was born in the lower class of Jamaica. And my family did different for themselves and kind of moved us to somewhat upper middle class, basically the uptown.
So I just don't want to hear patois police where patois is not authentic to uptown. Something to be said about patois versus your actual like authentic having an accent.
And for that same reason, exactly why I kind of have a uptown posh Jamaican accent. It's just what I grew up around. But don't get it fucked up because I can still drop the scene whenever I want. Because I grew up around my dog then. When me and my dog them say, yo, I go portal over this son. I don't know the moves, you see me? I'm not going to articulate myself a certain way where I don't seem like a part of my group. You know what I mean?
When you do code switch and then realize that you can't do it properly, because a lot of uno don't do it good. Like it's sound, you can't tell, say it's a twang thing. You get what I say? It's a twang thing. There's a difference. Like there's some people that do it fluently, you wouldn't even know.
Just like how Jamaicans say, oh, you know, you're trying to speak Yankee, you're really a Yankee. Sometimes when you guys twang, it don't sound the best. But you know, we let you guys rock because we understand. You know, you can't be going around, talking the way you're talking, especially if you want to go forward in life. So you have to be able to put words together eloquently. But
I hate that the culture make it seem like once you start code switch and oh, you're Yankee and da 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 da. Hate that shit, bro. Yes, people are going to pick up accents and adapt. We're human, but we're not gonna forget where we'll come from. Piss me off, man.
Jamaicans speak English. English is our national language. Do we speak patois? Sure. It is a dialect. It is the informal language that we speak in social settings.
I know that having a Jamaican accent is like one of the most beautiful things in the world, but trust me, it is very frustrating when you have to explain what each and every Jamaican phrase.
Sir, make a good point over this, because if we don't speak like this, nobody's gonna understand. Or they're just gonna be like, huh, what did you say? Or my personal favorite, where are you from?
In Jamaica, I would pronounce something differently than I would here in the US, just because I don't want to deal with the intricacies or perceived difficulties of people understanding me.
And because I'm not around black people that often, whenever I am, it really feels like I can let my hair down, and then I let my hair down too far and start talking patois, and it's like, girl, this man is from Senegal, he doesn't know what you're talking about.
And I don't want to keep translating to you what I'm saying because I'm speaking English, you're speaking English, but my accent is so thick that you don't understand what I'm saying.
Code switching would be effective if you happen to work in an environment where the must say to yourself, why your accent too thick and it is acting as a communication barrier. Or if you happen to work in an area where you're prone to discrimination and you're trying to avoid certain stereotypes because who have time for that anyway?
Example, if you're living around Americans or Canadians, why the hell would I want to speak my Jamaican language in front of these people who don't understand a thing? And then when you're speaking to them, they'll be like, huh? What does rotted mean? What is bumbleclot? Wagwan? What is that?
Because these Americans can't really understand what we're saying unless I code switch. Like 9 times out of 10, they're not going to understand what you're saying. They're going to say, huh? What did you say? What do you mean by that? And then after the 10th time in the day, it gets annoying. After it gets annoying, and
never once have I ever tried to hide my Jamaican accent at work, in the professional setting, in meetings, making presentations, talking up socially. What I always proudly lead with my natural way of talking.
But on a serious note, code switching can get so exhausting, and when you're doing that for like 90% of your life, you don't realize how tiring and emotionally taxing it can be to constantly be code switching. Being Jamaican is the biggest part of my identity, and not being able to express that all the time is really hard, I'm not gonna lie.
I have no time to explain what these phrases mean, so I would rather switch my accent so we can have a good communication flow.
So I'm gonna have to code switch. I'm older now, so I understand that I'm not being fake. I'm not trying to pretend to be what I'm not.
In my experience here in corporate America, I have never had an instance where I have been misunderstood or where I have experienced any kind of stereotype or bias because I have a foreign accent, it's all, oh, your accent is so beautiful, I love your accent, I could listen to you speak all day.
Something about these kids of Jamaican parents in America that don't speak patois, that just not sit right with me.
And it's just something that Caribbean Americans know how to do, especially if you just live in America for a while. Like me, I'm Jamaican through and through. I was born here in America, in New York, but my whole culture is Jamaican. My mom and my dad are Jamaican. And it's kind of strange because in that house, it was straight Jamaica. I'm talking about cleaning on Sunday morning, chicken back, no cereal. I'm talking about, dumpling and banana. In the house, it was Jamaican. But outside, it was America.
Because as a first generation American raised in a Jamaican household, I was born in New York, but I was raised in Georgia. So when people ask me like, hey, where are you from? I'll be like, what do you hear? Because every time somebody asks me that, they be like, are you Caribbean? Are you Jamaican? And it's just like, yo, bro, me know if it turn it on and turn it off, but I am not Jamaican. I am American. For example, I'm Jamaican, right? However, I've been back and forth from Jamaica to New York, Jamaica to New York, Jamaica to New York since, well, 3 years old. From a 3 years old, gala take plane. You get what me I say, son? And I'm not new. You get what me I say? I can obviously still speak in my Jamaican accent. I don't have to necessarily chop the patois where people don't really understand. Some people understand, some people don't understand.
Because me having my own children now, I only talk to my pit them in a patois and them understand it. I mean, I make sure I teach them what to say, how to say it, what different words mean.
If you happen to be back in one space with your own people, them, what happened to the switch? It short circuit or the breaker chip?
But when I'm back home, since everybody back home understand Jamaican accent, that's the time me lego my patois.
And with that said, that's exactly why we don't switch up the way we sound when we're in our natural habitats. Why? Because we don't want to sound like we're out of our group. Or just natural code switching. We've been doing this code switching shit since kids in our own island between uptown and downtown.
But when you're raised up in between and you start to go school, you start to meet people that's not Jamaican, you adapt. And then eventually you end up code switching, and there's nothing wrong with that. Keep in mind, I'm back and forth a lot, right? So it's like when I'm in America, get it to Jamaican. When I'm in Jamaica, get it to Yankee. Like, it's like.
And then you want to ask me if I'm Jamaican. Then you want to go ahead and ask me if I'm Jamaican. And let me know that you went to Montego Bay on vacation and you had them oxtails and rice.
Because I don't want you to be like, I hate that. Oh, you're Jamaican. Oh my God, I went to Jamaica in 95. Me and my wife, I don't care. Because if you've lived in America for a while, you know all the stupid questions and all the foolishness that comes with people being like, oh, you're Jamaican. So to avoid that, being able to code switch efficiently and hide your accent to a certain extent.
Don't ask me where I come from. Alright, I'm tired. Every day everybody asks me where I come from. So that's why I hide how I speak. Naturally, my original language. Well, dialect.
And then they're like, oh, but you sound so American. I couldn't hear your Jamaican accent. So you never hear about code switching yet? Chances are, if you've been in this country for some time, then you know how to code switch. And this is not a cultural experience for you.
Oh, I want to hear you speak Jamaican. It doesn't encourage me. I don't ever want to be somebody's gimmick. This is something that's authentic to me. It's very personal. Me speaking in patois, in my native tongue, is something that I cherish, and only my family members get to hear it.
I also believe that there are those of us who are suffering from some kind of inferiority complex, especially those who went ahead and grew up, then they constantly lambast you until they say how you chat bad when you speak your own language. Oh, go ahead and learn to speak properly.
Code switching to me means showing up as your inauthentic self. Code switching to me means that you're not showing up as your whole self. If you have to be hiding parts of who you are and how you identify just to feel a sense of belonging.
Yeah, so when I'm speaking naturally, this is how it sounds. At least when I'm the most comfortable and when I'm speaking with people that are from Jamaica, like my family and friends. And, I'm one of those people where if somebody, or if I'm around British people, I subconsciously shapeshift and start speaking like them. or if I'm around people who speak Spanish, because I speak Spanish, I, change some of my intonation and whatnot. I suppose it's a bit natural, but also I do recognize and understand part of this has just been about survival and fitting in and making sure that I can be accepted in a way so that, I'm not having to fight those other battles that necessarily come with being a black man.
I felt like I didn't know where I belonged. Does that make sense? Even though me know say Jubilee Hospital, my mother have me. Me know say I go school, Calabar Primary. Me know say I go high school at Jamaica and do my time. You know what I mean?
If you show up speaking English in your full, authentic Jamaican accent, you would be surprised how equally accepted and how much of a sense of belonging you feel.
People already assume that I'm less intelligent and capable and so forth. So for me, it was a matter of survival and just, I think, fitting in.
My intellect is not undermined. The point of my message is never undermined. My message is not lost because of my Jamaican accent. Listen, this is my opinion.
Never mind the fact that they consider your sound to be so beautiful, so unique, and they would do anything to sound like you. No, you quick for that show where you have as some kind of a freak or bogus or counterfeit and try to creep up what them have. Needless to say that for a lot of us, no matter how we think we sound like them, every time we hop in we mouth, it is truly a butchering, a massacre, and a train wreck of an accent.
I'm hearing a code switching voice if it sound higher or deeper than the actual accent.
It's my time to shine. Back up, just a little bit. Take that back up. So when me changing on my Jamaican accent, me already know say the only thing what really different is me chat faster and me chat faster. Like me don't know why, but when me start chat pattern, me just tell a youth say, yo, you need to keep up, cause my thing go left really quick.
Only for fuck with them, dog. You can't talk to girl in English, dog.
Can't talk to girl in English.
What do you mean you can't talk to that?
Them no want
watch
to
out. You see what style neat? Him there in the clocks, him there in the Air Force One, but me there in the... You understand?
No tight pants.
No. Sit up, hold on.
Hold on, how that? How pussy will I call you? How is blood clot idiot? Hey! Gary! Guys! Oh my God, I mean! I put him on the ladder. Hold on. Guys!
I'm pitting on nothing about to know. Just want to get up every day and yam people money. Why people always call before like say them I pay my blood clot for? Hey, no. Hello, I owe this. Steve. Oh, from the Big Gum House. Oh my God, Steven, how you doing? I ain't seen you in time, mate. No, I'm not up to anything. I'm just chilling with my granddaughter.
Well, for most of the time that I've lived in the United States, people have told me that I sound American. The people that are new here, I am Jamaican. You live in a country for a few years, you learn how to code switch. And usually, if you get me to pronounce certain words, like I stumble on them and you're like, oh. Like if I'm in a really enthusiastic conversation and you get me to say the word like comfortable or vegetable or all them something there, then you're like, oh, wait.
I just love how all Caribbeans have the superpower to code switch. Like you would never know, you would never guess, and I love it. Because when I'm at work, when I'm working in my retail store, hi, how are you? Did you have fun today? Everything okay? This the right size? Yeah? Oh my God, I love this one, yeah. Okay, so it's going to be $2.99. Debit or credit? Yeah? And then, don't know, say what?
It just made me think. It just made me think. Is this how y'all just feel? Especially like people who know me. Is this how y'all feel when y'all hear me talking an American accent? Because y'all, when I hear anything, I say, no man, no, me like this. I don't like it.
What's up, bro? You good? What's up? When I'm talking to Jamaican guys, like, what going on, brethren? You good? Yeah, man, everything good, man. Yeah, man, everything good. You know what I mean? It just comes out. And then when I go to work, it's, hi, make sure you don't eat anything tomorrow just so that we can get the best study, okay? Right, so make sure you're here tomorrow, 7 o'clock on time. Expect to be here for about 4 hours. Make sure you...
Well, as a Jamaican who's been living in the US for the past 5 years, I feel like code switching is something that me just can't stand. Why me have to chat like a Yankee and a twang every day if you want to understand me?
As a Caribbean person living in America, unfortunately, you have to be able to code switch, right? So when I'm at work and I answer the phone, Hi there, Michael. Yeah. How are you doing this morning? Great. Fantastic. You know, you're the best RNIT guy ever, aren't you? Yes, you are, Michael. Okay. So how are the kids? The kids are good. Little Tommy? Oh, fantastic. All right, Michael. So thank you so much for fixing my computer. We'll be in touch. All right. You take care.
So me tell the girl say, nobody come back in my yard unless you bring me money. Hear me, girl? For you too wicked and thief. And 1 second, hold on. Hello. Oh, hi, Louise. How are you? Oh, yes, it's lovely to hear from you. Oh, absolutely.
Alright then, mate, you take care, yeah? Yeah, you tell Maps I said hi, yeah? Show him my love, yeah? Fucking idiot. You ain't next blood clot one as well. Why you always the pinty? Go find a book, man.
Not mine.
Alright, he's gonna say bye, yeah?
Bye.
Alright.
Bye.
Take care, Joes.
Bye.
Alright, bye.
Yo, me don't want you ever hear you talking in English again in your life.
You just try English. What are you talking
How
about?
the blood clot you talk about? Me don't want ever hear you talking in English round me.
Well, let's get a coffee in the morning. Great. Okay. Bye. Sorry. I want a stupid little girl from work.
In Jamaica, we may say schedule instead of schedule, data instead of data, comfortable instead of comfortable.
And then I've also got a British accent. That one is more like I think that is my more mellow tone. It keeps me real relaxed. I don't even like yelling using my British accent. I'd really just rather have a chill time. It's something that I use when I go out to dinner. Believe it or not, I got free food for using this accent. But nobody now give me no bomber clot accent when I use this one. So, I don't know.
I just don't get why Americans just don't understand Pato. Why can't you guys just really just put your heads together and just using the brain and try put 2 and 2 together? Cause I'm tired for your tongue every day. I just want to give a brief apology for my actions just now. I just want to say I'm really not sorry because I'm tired, people, but sorry.
If we're arguing and my accent changes, you have about 5 seconds to come out of my face.
So visualize it. Think about it right now. How that makes sense, brother? I see you tell me, say, I'm me, and then, oh, hello, you're right. My God, how was your exhibition of the week?
When I talk to my girlfriends at home. Hello? What's happened? Yes, man, Shelly. What? And what did you say? Lord. And what did he say? Oh my goodness gracious Lord. Oh yes, girl. Okay, how to picnic them? Picnic them good? Them give enough trouble, don't. All right, my girl. I have to go. Love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.
And someone's like, she's code switching. And then I say, what do you mean me a code switch? What kind of code business you in? I mean, I don't know coding things. I've never actually heard that reference before, so I was kind of confused a little bit, but I do understand it now. I definitely do. As you can see, he just ran through a bunch of them, right? I just let it go. It just switches up and then keep moving naturally.
I feel like when I can't speak Patois, it take away a little bit of your Jamaicanness because while most of them can't understand it, not being able to speak it kind of, take away from it a little bit. And then I wonder too why them can't speak it. Is it that them parents never teach them or they never take the time to sit them and say, alright, this is how you say this is how you say this. Like, what is all that work?
I had a friend who was really going through something rough. She was just crying and I was trying to soothe her. I was trying to comfort her. And the Jamaican in was like, oh, hush man, hush. And she was like, why do you keep telling me to shut up? Y'all don't say that here? Y'all don't say hush when someone's... I was like, no. Hush means like, aw, hush. She was like, well, here it means be quiet.
Keep the culture alive because, if you're Jamaican living in America, it's very easy if you lose part of your culture over time. And then when you're in a foreign country, not being from there, you're an immigrant. I feel like part of your identity is where you're from. Like where you're born and raised and where you move from. So not having a language kind of take away from some of that.
So I'm not going to be speaking Jamaican for you just so that you can hear me speak Jamaican. If you really want to hear how Jamaicans talk, go visit the country. Go support the tourism in Jamaica.
If you switch the code to cope, but you forget to switch it back when it is no longer necessary, you, my friend, have not just been brainwashed, but brain bleached. At the same thing when them tell us you're black like, or your head dry like, sending you scampering for chemicals and hair extensions. Friends, we need to unlearn and relearn certain things about self-identity. Disagree with me, but not disrespect me.